Hey guys, how's it going? This is CR Spark. I'm here today with a combat build guide of the Cobra Mark V. I have a lot to say about this ship, but I don't want to be ranting, but this is a very fun small ship. I have not had this much fun in a small ship in quite a while. There's not many small ships that can do it all like this, and it is a multi-crew ship that Fdev has released that you will have to get with ARCs as of time of recording. I'm sure sooner rather than later it will be free of purchase with just normal credits. But I do have two, and I will be doing the other build guide here later as well. But I will be going over the combat build I have for this ship and go over why I think it is the most optimal build. I have seen a lot of people running stealth builds for it with mines and whatnot, like stealth builds that basically take down shields and then try to snipe out modules. You're more than happy to try that method as well. I might do one of those in the future. Just let me know what you guys think of that, and maybe that's something I will do. But for now, let's go over the build. Alright, let's start off with the core internals, as always. We have reactive surface composite with heavy duty 5 deep plating. This ship will reach a boost speed of 595 even with all this weight on it. If you decide to go lightweight or go with a mirror ball setup, which you can, you might be able to achieve 600. This is a very fast ship. It is ridiculously fast. And it has very good boost timings too with that 4A distro compared to the other smalls, which get a 3A or a 3 slot. So very nice. It's a very agile and fun ship to play, and it's very fast. And it actually can pack some defense and a little bit of offense. It is a small, so it doesn't pack the biggest of punch, but it does have some pretty good defense, as you guys will see here later. The only problem is it has a lot it can do, so that means it has a small power plant, and of course I had to overcharge it to 5 with a monstered. Yes, it does make it a little squishy. If you're feeling a little vulnerable, you can run MRPs in some of the slots that I have filled with HRPs. But that is up to you, and if you feel comfortable. I would definitely recommend using the hull armor to get out of the fight instead of trying to stick in it. I do have this set up to where it is pretty chunky on the shields, and yeah. For thrusters, we're running Dirty Drive Tuning 5 with drag drives to give this ship some ridiculous speeds. This ship achieves some crazy speeds, guys, and it has some serious agility, especially while in its boost mode. It's amazing. And then I have the Frameshift Drive SCO drive on here with Fast Boot 5 and Strip Down to save on weight and also to turn it off to deploy hardpoints and to get that FSD back up online really fast when it turns off and turns back on from being deployed and undeployed. So yeah. Life support, I went with a 3D life support to save on weight. I lightweighted it to 5 to save on as much weight as possible to get this ship up to its max speed as it can go. As I said, guys, this is just a ridiculously fast ship. I also went with a 3D sensor with lightweight 5 as well. The power distributor, I went with Charged Enhanced Power Distributor 5 with super conduits. Basically trying to get that recharge rate up as high as possible so you can get basically more stuff going. But yeah. And then what's nice is it does come with a 4C fuel tank for small ships, so 16 tons of fuel. It feels pretty big for... It actually isn't the biggest you can get for a small ship. The Diamondbacks actually come with 32. But it's still pretty good. It's pretty down the middle. For the optional internals, we have went with a 5B. We went with B banks to save on power. Unfortunately, they are a little chunky, but the extra power savings is way worth it for what we're trying to do. So we went with Rapid 4 with flow control on a 5B, and then the 4B are the same thing as well. Rapid 4s with flow control, just trying to save on as much power as possible. That port power plant is very constrained, but it does work. We have a 4A prismatic shield generator with reinforced shields 5 with low draw to save on power. Also not mess with the resistances that much. If you're feeling a little different, you can run a bi-weave in the 5 slot and then switch the 4 to another 4B or 4A shield cell bank if you want to run bi-weaves. But it is up to you guys. But this is how I have mine set up. And then we have some hull reinforcements. We have 3 3D hull reinforcement packages here with heavy duty 5 with deep plating to basically give the armor some extra love. And if I'm correct, I can actually show you guys the hull armor. That's the shield and integrity. That's pretty good integrity if you ask me, guys. 2600, that's pretty good with some pretty good resistances. So yeah. And then the 2D hull reinforcement package with thermal resist hull with deep plating to counter the reactive armors, so you have good resistances on your hull. And then I went with a frame shift drive interdictor. You can get this up to 4. I only put mine to 2 because I didn't have that much mats, but it's up to you guys. I do have this in my power lineup to where it turns off as well when my weapons deploy. So let's go up to utility mounts. We are running a one of the Sirius heatsink launchers that comes with an extra heatsink launcher. Very handy to have, especially with these extra banks that we're going to be having. We have 2 OC shield boosters here with heavy duty 5 with super caps. Reason why we had to go with OC is because of the power problems, but they still do a very good job. And we have a thermal resist shield booster 5 with super cap to basically counter the reinforce on the shield generator to give it some thermal resistances. So yeah. For the hard points, we actually have a very interesting setup. It's kind of like a tiny crate in a sense, where all the weapons are actually just one size smaller. So I have went with 2 1D railguns in the small slot with long range 5 with feedback. You can always run any of these as plasma slugs if you would like to save on ammo to basically stay out there. It has an adequate fuel tank, I think, where you can use fuel slugs and be fine. And then my plasma accelerators, I have one with efficient 5. One has target lock, one has dispersal, and one has thermal conduit. You can change this to like dazzle or something if you want to, I guess. It's up to you, but it's really the only experiment I found somewhat good, but yeah. Yeah, that is my build for the Cobra Mark V. I do have the banks where they do fire off all at the same time, all 3. It does get a bit toasty, so bear with it. But it is doable. I have had pretty extensive practice in this ship, and it is quite fun. I'm curious to see what you guys are building as well for your Cobra Mark V. I'm curious to see what others are doing with it and how you guys think of it. I think this is one of the best small ships that Fdev could release in general. It's very nimble, it's very good, it has a lot of potential for just having that multi-purpose role for a small that I feel like has been forgotten. So basically like your small landing bases and whatnot, because you can change out a shield cell bank for a planetary hangar to drop SRVs down if you want to. So you have that for your buddies. And also what is nice about this ship is it does come with seating for 2. So you actually can hold 2 more people in this ship, which is pretty crazy in my opinion. I would have never thought that would have been possible for a small ship in this day of age. So it's pretty cool. I do look forward to seeing what else FDev releases, and I'll definitely be keeping an eye on, and hopefully you guys will be seeing those future build guides as well. The next build guide I will be working on is an exploration build guide, so keep your eyes out for that on the channel. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you do, please leave a like and subscribe. It does help the channel, and helps get future content. And until then, guys, I'll catch you on the next one. See y'all.